We live, baby. We live, baby. Okay. All right, so today I'm going to go over the hottest celebrity stories that has been going on over the weekend and a little bit before the weekend. I definitely have to get out some of these stories and I've been kind of slacking. So I decided to make a video where I kind of just go over all of the stories, and within me kind of like, going over the stories, I decided to go live so that I can also connect with, my audience as well. Um Y'all know, like, I like to change up my hair all the time, so y'all gonna always see, some new hairstyles when I start these videos. Oh wait, it's kind of, that gap was annoying me. All right, so when I do these videos, last time I had the curly, the curly hair, and now I done switched it up to a shorter look. But anyways, I'm going to be going over a few stories today. I'm going to talk about Kylie Jenner's pregnancy announcement. I'm also going to talk about Justin Timberlake's Super Bowl performance. I'm also going to talk about Larry Nassar, who was the doctor and he sexually abused the gymnast. I'm going to talk about him a little bit today. I'm going to talk about Old Navy. I'm going to talk about Raven Simone. And I'm going to talk about Suge Knight's fiance getting sentenced to 3 years in jail. So those of you who are viewing, which story do you want to hear about first? Because I kind of don't want to just start on a story that nobody cares about at the moment. So let me know which story you want me to talk about first, and I'm going to go into that story. I'm going to talk about, like I said, Kylie Jenner's pregnancy announcement, Suge Knight's fiance being sentenced to 3 years, Justin Timberlake's Super Bowl performance, and okay, so Prince said that he wants me to talk about Suge Knight's fiance first, so I'm going to talk about Suge Knight's fiance first. Okay, so Suge Knight's fiance, she was sentenced to 3 years in jail for a probation violation linked to Suge's pending murder trial. An LA County judge ruled that Toy Lynn Kelly helped Suge violate a court order limiting his jailhouse phone use. So pretty much Suge Knight he was ordered that he could not have any outside contact on the phone. So he can't make any phone calls to anyone unless it's one of his attorneys. Well, his fiance pretty much decided to help him out with that, and she decided to place money on the books of inmates that were in the prison with him. So she, like, you kind of like put money on the phone so that they can like make these phone calls out. She put money on their phones, and Suge Knight used their phone time to kind of contact BET for a documentary and other journalists to kind of like help with this documentary that they were putting together for Death Row Records. Well, investigators ended up finding out about that, and they ended up finding out that he was communicating with journalists, and then they were able to uncover and find out that his fiance was the one who was, the go-between, and the one who was putting the money on the books. So she was sentenced to 3 years in prison. So you're kind of thinking like, wow, 3 years just for putting money on the books? Like, that seems a little harsh, So when I read it, I'm like, that kind of seems like a harsh sentence, a little steep of a sentence, you know what I'm saying? So I did a little bit more digging and found out that the judge took the offense as pretty much like a slap in the face. So she was already in trouble for helping Suge out before. So since she was already banned from kind of like, aiding him and doing things like that, the judge took this instant as, a slap in the face. So she was also pretty much in trouble because last year she was accused of selling surveillance footage to the media. She sold TMZ footage, like exclusive footage of his murder trial, and she got paid by TMZ $55,000. And the court had already ordered her or made an order that no footage or anything gets leaked to the media. And she pretty much took her cell phone, recorded the murder trial, sold that footage to TMZ. The judge found out about it, being that it was already a court order that nobody leak any footage to the media. She got sentenced to perform 100 hours of community service, 5 years of probation, and she was ordered to pay the $55,000 that she received from TMZ. She was ordered to pay that back in restitution. And so from selling the footage, she was on probation for that. So because she was already on probation and she was already in trouble for violating a court order by the judge behind Suge, when she turned around and she started placing money on the inmates' books so that Suge could contact journalists to do this documentary about death row records, the judge is like, look, enough of this crap, enough of you helping out Suge, you're going to jail. And the judge sentenced her to 3 years. At the sentencing, she pretty much pleaded with the judge, and she's like, well, my son is going to be without his mother. He's also going to be without his father, which is Suge, and both parents are going to be taken away from him. And the judge pretty much didn't care. They were like, an order is an order. And she got sentenced to 3 years in prison. So that's all for that story. I'm going to take a break before going to the next story and see. So Prince, you think that she was justified in helping him out by doing those things? I mean, I don't know. Sometimes there's a fine line between ride or die and what's considered to be a bimbo. Because if you are ordered by a judge to not do certain things, you would think that, she would be like, all right, let me, or just be a little bit smarter. Like, if you want to be a fiance, you want to help your man out. I mean, I understand that she want to be there for him. But, sometimes the judge makes these rules, where it's unfortunate. So, Prince, do you think she was being a ride or die by helping him out? Like, you think she was being ride or die about it or what? Let me know what you think. Let's see what you think. In the meantime, I want to know where everybody is tuning in from. Where is all the viewers watching from? I appreciate you guys coming and tuning into my live. Checking in with your girl, I tried to be a little hoochie today. My birthday was yesterday, guys, so I'm still in birthday mode. All right, Katie is tuning in from Florida. Let's see. Prince says the government wants him locked away forever. And that's all I see. Oops. And someone said they were tuning in from Houston. Where's everybody tuning in from? Where's everybody tuning in from? Let's get a little bit of engagement going on. Let's chat. Let's chat. Let's talk. Let's chat. All right, so what is the next story? Let's see. Okay, so that was Suge Knight and his fiance. I guess I'll go on over to the next story. Let's see. I'll just go over Kylie Jenner. Kylie Katie put Kylie at the same time when I decided I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna just get Kylie Jenner out the way. Okay, so okay, Prince, you in Indiana. I'm in Cali for anybody who was wondering. And winter has definitely been canceled here. Like, normally it rains on my birthday, and it has not rained. And I was anticipating rain. I was anticipating it to be cold. I even looked up the forecast, and it said that it might be some rain. So in my birthday outfit, I had like this leather jacket planned out with my little crop top, and my whole outfit was just thoroughly thought out. But I forgot to I didn't get the memo that winter was canceled, and I think it was like 80 degrees here in California, and I couldn't even wear my leather jacket that I planned on wearing. I couldn't even wear it for more than like 5 minutes. I was burning up. It was so hot. But yeah, I'm from Cali, if anybody was wondering. Okay, so let me go on over to this Kylie Jenner story. Okay, so there has been a lot of speculation about Kylie Jenner being pregnant, and people have reported it. I also reported her pregnancy on my channel, but there was little to no confirmation. Like, normally there is like a slip up somewhere, somehow. There was no official confirmation to her pregnancy rumors. And so Kylie Jenner decided to announce the birth of her child in a creative 11-minute video. She has this video posted on her YouTube channel. It's a really pretty creative way to kind of showcase the birth of her child. And normally I'm irritated with the Kardashians and the charades that they pull to try to get this trending moment. But I think that the way she decided to go about her pregnancy, I thought that was really cool and neat. Like, sometimes, living in the public eye, I'm sure there is, a sense of wanting your privacy to be, controlled and kept under wraps. And so she was able to hide her pregnancy for 9 months without any official photos of her pregnancy. And there was like pictures of, like, it would be like a picture of Kylie, and it would be like so far away, and like they zoomed in so close, and it's so pixelated, and they're like, oh, there we go, we got Kylie pregnant. And then you're trying to look at the photo, and it's like, I can't really tell what's going on here. I can't really officially confirm she's pregnant, because this video or this picture that you guys posted is like very, very far away, and it's crap. So in the 11-minute video, it starts off with her mother, Kris Jenner, in labor. So Kris Jenner is giving birth to Kylie, and it's like an old home video where they took when she was in labor with her. And then it goes from Kris Jenner giving birth to Kylie to then Kylie Jenner's best friend, Jordan. She kind of announces that, and she kind of like, it's kind of like doing the whole, like, talking throughout the whole thing, and she shares how she first got to know that, Kylie was pregnant, and she goes into how Kylie met Travis Scott, and she's telling in the video, she's like, basically your mommy and your daddy, they instantly hit it off. They instantly had this amazing connection where they just got along so great. The chemistry was great, and then they formed this relationship. And then there's clips of Travis's family. There's clips in the video of Kylie, going to dinner and having like his family over, and they're kind of like, having a good time and just, enjoying her whole pregnancy or whatever amongst them. And then it goes to like clips of Kylie at her baby shower, and each of her best friends kind of shared a moment on how they found out Kylie Jenner was pregnant for the first time. Jordan, which is her best friend, she kind of shared her story, and she said that she and Kylie was in the bathroom together, and they both found out together in the bathroom. And then other friends kind of shared that they were, like, she either called them or told them, and, like, they knew right away. They were so happy for her, blah, 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 blah. And then Kim Kardashian makes an appearance in the video, And she makes an appearance with her new baby, Chicago West. And, Kylie's pregnant and she's holding Chicago. And then the video kind of fades into Kylie Jenner in labor. So she goes pretty much in labor and they kind of black out the screen and you could kind of hear her in labor. And then they announced that she gave birth to a 8-pound, 9-ounce baby. And this pregnancy announcement was more popular and it was trending more than the Super Bowl was. Like, everybody was talking about Kylie's pregnancy, her birth announcement. It was all the craze and all the rage. And I mean, I couldn't report on it yesterday because one, I was worried about my birthday. I was worried about, enjoying my birthday. And I was unplugged from social media completely. I was having a Super Bowl party at my house. So I was like running around trying to get last minute things for my Super Bowl party. And I was just trying to enjoy my birthday. So I wasn't even aware that she made this public pregnancy birth announcement because I was just trying to be, have an unplugged moment and just really enjoy my birthday. And so at the party, like one of my guests, they were like, so what you think about Kylie showing her video? And I'm like, wait, she showed a video? Like, what video did she show? Hold on, guys. What's going on here? I hope it didn't cut off. Are you guys still there? I don't know what happened. Okay. It shows that it's still going. Okay, sorry guys. I'm just not a live pro. Anyways. Okay, thanks, Katie. So, Katie, what do you think about her pregnancy announcement? Do you think that it was pretty clever? Do you think that it was just like a charade, like, a spectacle? Like, are we tired of these spectacles? Well, I'm tired of most of them. But in my opinion, I actually thought that it was really creative. I'm mad that they had to drop it on the day of the Super Bowl, and it's the day of my birthday. Like, why y'all have to do that? Like, I wanted to be in on this when it first happened. Like, that's the only thing that I was kind of mad at, that I wasn't able to like find out about it right when it happened, because it happened on my birthday and the day of the Super Bowl. I wish they would have picked another day. But other than that, I thought it was something really creative, and I'm not normally like invested, like I said, into like the antics that they pull, but I liked it. I thought it was really creative. I watched all 11 minutes of it. It's definitely a PR stunt. And I also think that, okay, well, you're entitled to your opinion. Somebody said that I was boring because I take too long to get to the point. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But, I think that it was a PR stunt. I think that Kim Kardashian doing her thing where she was posing on the internet and she's like showing her nipples and she's like in a thong. I feel like that was like leading up to Kylie's pregnancy announcement. I feel like she like, a lot of people thought that she was doing it because all the shine that Beyonce was getting for the Grammys, but it was honestly like, once this pregnancy announcement came out, I'm like, okay, Chris, I see what you did there. And although it was a PR stunt and it was a ploy to get more ratings on the show, this is one of the stunts that I actually liked. Like, I actually liked the video. Like, I can't front. Like, I liked the fact that she was able to keep, that private thing, her, hey, the man who refused to die. Interesting screen name, but what's up? Although I don't like their PR stunts, I did like that one thing. Yeah, they do live for attention, and Chris is definitely a genius. Katie, I agree. I'm not mad at it. I think that, it was just like, if I can have any moment to be private, I'm going to at least, have my pregnancy be private, and I liked it. Kim Kardashian, her on the other hand, the whole Bo Derek braids and all of that, I don't even want to get into that. So let's go into the next story. The next thing I want to talk about is Justin Timberlake and this performance at the Super Bowl. Um, okay, wait. I survived cancer 4 times. Oh, wait. The comments the comments pop up and then they go away. Okay. So the man who refused to die, he says, I survived cancer 4 times as well as 5 back surgeries. Why does the comments go away like that? Oh, wait. 5 back surgeries and 3 heart attacks on top of other health. Okay. I mean, it was an interesting screen name. I ain't mad at you. You know, you like I'm here and I'm still pushing. I hope I didn't offend you by reading your screen name. I thought it was interesting. Sorry about that. Yeah, she's a young teen mom, so she probably was worried about backlash. No, she probably was. She probably was worried about what people were gonna say. You know, it was gonna be the talk of social media either way. All right, moving on to Justin Timberlake's performance. I like Justin. I like his music. The songs that he decided to perform, I like them. I like the songs, but I did not like Oh, okay. Thanks for coming into my live. That's what's up. I didn't like Justin's performance. I didn't like his outfit. I'm like, are we going hunting for deers or are we performing at the Super Bowl? Like, I just did not like his outfit choice. I did not like his dance moves. And normally when hey girl, LaShandra. Hey LaShandra girl. I normally like Justin Timberlake, like I said. I'm like all the music videos. I would be like the first one to view the music videos, but like his performance just really was a bore to me. I was watching it and I'm like, all right, something cool is gonna happen. And then he would be like doing a dance move, and his dance moves, they kind of came off as like stiff. Like he wasn't really like hitting the moves like I thought he would and like he normally does, you know? And the whole time I'm like, okay, so when's Janet coming out? Like I'm here for Janet. Like I know Janet's coming out. And like I said, it was my birthday this weekend. So I was unplugged from social media. My birthday was yesterday, so in preparation of my birthday on Saturday and Friday and the weekend, like I was preparing, so I was unplugged. So I didn't even know that Janet Jackson had tweeted out that she wasn't going to be performing at the Super Bowl. Like I totally had been unplugged. So the whole time I'm watching Justin Timberlake's performance, I'm like, when's Janet coming out? Like, you know, like I want to see Janet, and I'm like underwhelmed of the performance, and so I need some oomph to happen. Janet's gonna steal the show and they gonna turn up. That moment, it never happened, and I was very underwhelmed with his performance. I actually like the Prince tribute, and I don't attribute that to his performance because that part of it, that was something that production kind of put together, and it was really cool, but it just wasn't I'm not just going to attribute the Prince tribute to Justin Timberlake's performance. Justin Timberlake's performance wasn't good to me. I mean, the reason that Prince was added into the performance is because he is from Minnesota, I want to say, and that's where the Super Bowl happened. So I think that's kind of where the correlation of Prince got added into it, because Prince is from, you know, the area where they had the Super Bowl, and that's where his Paisley Park, where his big, like, you know, mansion that they've now, I believe, started to be like a museum. Oh no, I did see the backlash because they said that Prince. Okay, so to what Katie just said, she said that hold on, let me read it. Okay, so Katie said, Some were saying that Prince did not like holograms and the duet thing, and that's why they didn't like it. Okay, so I'm going to respond to that part of it. A lot of people felt like it was disrespectful because Prince, I guess he had made it known that he didn't want, those type of things to happen after he was dead, and they kind of did it anyway. That wasn't my problem with Justin Timberlake's performance. I just didn't like the performance. Hold on, someone's at my door. That's my baby, my auntie coming over here. Like, my live always get interrupted somehow, some way when I'm going live on YouTube. Like, it just always get interrupted. So, let's see. Okay. Yeah, so I did see that there was backlash about that. That was my I just didn't like Justin Timberlake's moves. I didn't like it at all. And Sinbad, he had posted, how disrespectful he thought the performance was, and he kind of gave his 2 cents on it, and he posted a tweet about it, and was expressing his frustration with it. I like the way that they lit up the whole town to be purple. I actually liked that. But if his wishes were to not be putting holograms and for those things not to happen, then I feel like they should have respected his wishes. They should have respected his wishes if that was his wish. So I'm going to ask you guys a question of the day to kind of get a little bit of engagement from you guys. Froze. Okay, I'm back. Somebody called me and interrupted my live. Anyway, so my question was, if you could star in any movie or TV show, which one would it be? I'm going to answer, and then I'll wait for you guys to answer. If I could star in any movie or TV show, I probably would star in... Dang, I don't even know. Okay, if I could star in any movie or TV show, I would go and be a cartoon. The show Recess was one of my favorite cartoons growing up. Like, I loved watching Recess. This was like on the Disney Channel. And I would literally have to watch it every single day. Like, I think I even like used to kind of like record some of the shows so that I could watch them. This was like before like DVR was like even a thing. Like, I really loved the show Recess. It was a cartoon. They seemed like they were always having fun, and they were always okay, so Prince said to tell everyone to hit the like button. So everybody go ahead and hit the like button right now. I'm sorry, I'm so new to live, so I'll be all over the place, but I'm gonna get this down packed soon. But everybody who's viewing right now, hit the like button, and also, like Katie said, share this live so that it's shared around YouTube, Facebook, or whatever. Your girl's definitely trying to grow her following, and I like to connect with you guys. So, and I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Like, one person got on my live and they said that I was boring and I take forever to get to the point. I do apologize for that. I could talk, okay? I get to going and I get to rambling. So I do appreciate you guys who, are bearing with me and, sticking with me. I really do appreciate it. You guys have no idea. Okay, so I'm going to ask a different question then, since the movie one was kind of a hard one. If you could eat only one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? If you could pick one thing and you can only eat that for the rest of your life, what would it be? For me, I think if I could only eat one thing, it would probably be homemade burritos. I love homemade burritos. Like, with the ground beef and the refried beans, and I roll it up in burrito shell. And for me, I like to go the extra step, and I like to fry my burritos. If and add the cheese in there too. If I had to eat only one thing for the rest of my life, that's what I would be. Oh, Prince is commenting to the previous question, which was if you could go and star in any movie, which would it be? And he said Django. All right, so I'm gonna go to the next story. Okay, so the next story I'm gonna talk about is Old Navy. Old Navy has been. Oh, Katie said that she would eat rice and gravy for the rest of her life. No said rice and fish. I'm gonna have to try some of y'all dishes. I'm gonna have to invite y'all to Cali and I'm be like, Kelly, cook the rice, cook the rice and gravy. Like, I got to get your secret recipe, girl. Okay, so the next story I'm going to talk about is Old Navy. Old Navy fired 3 employees for racially profiling a young black shopper. Thank you, Prince. So Old Navy, they fired 3 employees, and basically there was a young man by the name of James Conley III. He basically went into Old Navy and he was wearing an item that he previously purchased. Well, I believe he said he got it as a gift from his mother for Christmas, if I'm not mistaken. He had on this blue Old Navy jacket, and he decided to go into Old Navy because clearly he likes to wear Old Navy clothes, which is why he has an Old Navy jacket. He decided to go into Old Navy, and when he went up to the register to pay for his items, the store clerk was like, okay, well, while we're ringing up these 2 items, would you like to take off your jacket so you can pay for that too? And so he's like, I didn't steal my jacket though. Like, what are you talking about? Like, huh? So he like is trying to like plead with them and tell them like, I didn't steal the jacket from you guys. I wore this coming in. So they made him take his jacket off. They like went and they searched for the tag. You know the tags that are on our clothes? They went and they searched for the tag, and one of the employees, like, she's trying to like type in like the barcode of the jacket, trying to ring it in that way. And they made a complete fool of themselves. And the district manager happened to also be in the store at the same time. And while the district manager was in the store, the guy, he pretty much told her like, look, you can look on your surveillance footage and you can see that I didn't steal anything. I walked in with this jacket. So the district manager goes and reviews the footage. And once she reviewed the footage, she didn't offer him an apology. She didn't offer him anything. She basically tried to make it seem like that was their policy, and it's like, okay, where in the policy books is it that I can't wear merchandise that I purchase? And I don't know about you guys, but when I go into a store, I tend to go to stores that I frequently shop at. Like, I don't shop at this store, that store, this store. I usually revisit stores that I like to shop at, and I am a repeat customer often. So it's not a crazy thing to be wearing articles of clothing at a store that you frequently shop at. I mean, how they thought that was so bizarre, I don't know, but they simply profiled him, and it's evident that he was profiled for, this color of his skin. And I hate to bring up topics where it's like, okay, you're pulling the race card, but in this instant, it was clear that that was kind of what was happening. And the 3 employees who were involved in the situation, the district manager, it was the district manager over like several stores who was involved. It was the actual manager of the store. And then it was another employee who was also a part of the whole, fiasco of profiling him and pretty much embarrassing him in front of the... Hold on. My doorbell's ringing again. Sorry, y'all. Okay. So, yeah, so the three employees, they were fired for the act. They were fired for pretty much, racially profiling him and embarrassing him. And they decided to release a statement on their behalf to the whole incident. And in a post, they said, earlier this week, an Old Navy customer, James Conley III, had an unacceptable experience in our Jordan Creek, Iowa store. The situation was a violation of our policies and values, and we apologize to both Mr. Conley and to those we've disappointed. All of our customers deserve to be treated with respect respect. And then they said, following a thorough investigation of the incident, 3 employees who were involved have been terminated. We take this matter and every conversation around equality very seriously. Old Navy is committed to ensuring that our stores and environment are an environment where everyone feels welcome. So they decided to release a statement, pretty much apologizing for the actions and making sure that we knew that, it's very unacceptable behavior and that the employees were fired. What do you think? Do you think that they were justified in, pretty much accusing him or thinking that he stole something? Or do you think that it was total BS and they racially profiled him? What do you think? Because like I said, I wear items that I already wore. Like I don't find that so bizarre. Like I shop at stores that I like and I repeat and I shop at them again. And sometimes I'm wearing the items. So, I think that, I'm very happy that Old Navy got in front of this and they definitely decided to make sure that we knew that the people involved were fired and they were no longer employed with Old Navy. That kind of thing, like, I respect because, it's oftentimes that not even anything regarding race. It is a lot of times, you go into these retail stores and people are rude or they're just not having a good day and you have kind of like a bad experience at some stores and you're like, you know what, I'm speaking to the manager and I'm complaining, and then the manager is like, okay, I'll look into it, and deep down that nothing's really going to happen to them, but this was one instance where the guy pretty much, he kind of got justice for being wrongfully profiled. It's unfortunate. And him and his mother and his family, they kind of like held a press conference and he was kind of describing like how he felt. So, he going after that coin, and I'm not mad at him because that shouldn't have happened. Like, it should not have happened, especially, it just shouldn't have happened. Okay, so that's all for that story. So I'm going to go on over to, I believe this is the last story. Let's see. Okay. So Larry Nassar, and I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing his name right, but Larry Nassar, he is the gymnast doctor. So he was a doctor for all these gymnasts, and he pretty much sexually abused all these girls and all these women who went to see him for, physical exams. Next case. Katie funny. Okay, so he abused them by giving these inappropriate exams. So he was recently sentenced to up to 175 years in prison. And it's like, okay, he's never going to be able to serve this full sentence. He's never going to be able to complete these 175 years. So one of the fathers of the victims decided to make a request to add, a special request. Hey, Shalon, girl. I didn't see what you said, Prince. I'm gonna finish and I'm gonna go back and see what you said. Okay, so the father, I guess he wasn't all the way satisfied with the 175 years. So at his hearing, the father wanted to make a request. So he stood up and he made a request and he said he wanted to add, in addition to his sentence, and he said, as a part of Larry's sentence, the father requested to be locked in the room with him alone for 5 minutes. So he's like, look, I'm not worried about the 175 years. Like, I want my one-on-one time with him. Lock me in a room with him for 5 minutes, judge. I feel like, that should be included in the sentence. I feel like that's fair. Just let me and him go toe to toe, one on one for 5 minutes, and I'll be satisfied with that. So the judge is like, nah, like we can't, like I can't let you be locked in the room with him for 5 minutes. Like, I can't do it. So the judge denied his request. So he's like, okay, well, let me get locked in the room with him for 1 minute. Like, okay, I can't go in the room with him alone for 5 minutes. Let me get locked in the room with him for 1 minute. And then the judge again denied his request, and she's like, no, I can't grant your request. I can't allow you to go in the room with him and be locked away. So then the father is like, okay, well, I'm going to have to just take matters in my own hands. And when the judge decided to deny that final request, the father went charging across the courtroom. He ran and he charged. And just as he was about to approach Larry, like he was like this close, like just as he was about to approach Larry, the bailiffs, they all like charged in and they blocked him, and then they tackled him down to the ground and they read him his rights. They told him to calm down and they handcuffed him and everything. And he starts pleading with the court, and then he's like, what would you do if it was your daughters? And it was gut wrenching to watch, because I felt him. Like, as a parent, like, I felt him, because he was so like, like, this man violated my daughters. Like, he just was not happy about it. Like, he wanted to take revenge in his own hands, like many of us want to, like, if somebody wrongs your child. Like, he just wasn't happening, and I felt every moment of that video. It was near and dear to me. I was just like, man, he is not playing. He is definitely, he not having it. So I found out later that the judge ended up letting him go, which was, I felt like that was kind of cool, because it's like, as a parent, this guy, Larry, he didn't violate one of his daughters. He violated 3. So as a father, to have each of your children violated, I mean, he wanted to get him. Like, he wanted to get him. And, I feel his pain. I feel his pain. Okay. So the last story I'm going to talk about is Tameka Foster. Yeah, he wasn't playing at all. Like, he was trying to get him at all costs. He was not playing. But, okay, so the last story I'm going to talk about is Tameka Foster. Tameka Foster is Usher Raymond's ex-wife. You remember his first wife that he got with? He ended up having a custody battle with her, taking custody from her, the children, this, that, and the third. Well, Tameka Foster decided to start my live was interrupted. Somebody tried to call me. Anyways, so Tameka Foster, she decided to start the project where she said, like, it was her passion project. And, people found out quickly that she posted an image, and it was a cartoon image of a little girl. And people found out very quickly that the little girl in the image was actually a real person. And the mother of the little girl got wind of Tameka Foster using her daughter's image, and she took to social media in this long rant saying how her daughter seen the cartoon of herself and how she was crying at night. And it's like, sis, we get it. She shouldn't have used your daughter's image, but I mean, I can't really say if the little girl was crying or not. It's a really cute cartoon of her, so I don't know why she would cry, but whatever. So the mother just was like, just pretty much like putting her on blast, like, you're using my daughter's image. I did not give you permission. You know, we worked very hard to kind of, you know, make her be a brand, and you're trying to oh, thanks, Shalon. Glad you were able to come on. And I'm glad you enjoy my content. But she was like, you know, she wasn't happy with Tameka using her daughter. So Tameka got wind of the whole situation, and she took to social media to pretty much defend herself. And you would think that she would have a more humbling response, but she took to social media and she pretty much was like, oh well, like, I used her picture. Her picture was inspiration, and she started throwing up facts of like fairness, and and using someone's likeness and all of this. And she was like, I made my own version of her photo, so she ain't getting no money. You ain't getting squat from me. And like, just like going there. And I'm like, sis, this is her child's picture. Like, you would think that you'd be a little more humbled, you know? And she just was like, ain't nobody getting no money from me. You ain't gonna sue me. I was able to change it, and you can make edits. And it was a mess. It was a mess. And, you know, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that she was justified in using the little girl's image, since the little girl's photo was posted to social media? I guess that was part of Tameka's argument. She said, anytime you post a picture and it's a public photo and it's not something like an advertisement used to make money or something like that, like, you're able to use it. So that was kind of her argument. So my question is, do you think that she was justified in using the little girl's image, or do you think that she should cut the little girl a check if she is using her likeness? I agree with you, Katie. I think the polite thing to do would be to ask permission. And if you are not granted permission to use someone's image, move on. But Tameka, she just decided that, you know, she don't care. She don't care, and she's going to use the image if she wants to. And the mom, Shalon, I agree. She should have asked her first. She definitely should have asked her first. But she felt like she didn't have to, and she wasn't going to. And, you know, she wasn't going to give them any money either. Shalon, if you're new to this, and anybody else who's new to this live, make sure to like the live, and also make sure to share it. Also, that would help me out a bunch. That's all for this live, though. I pretty much covered most of the stories that I planned on covering. I'm trying to think if there's anything that happened, because I missed I'm telling y'all, I was getting ready for my birthday, and I just was so unplugged that it was so much going on. Let me see. Oh, Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart. Okay. I'm going to talk about Kevin Hart. Katie said Kevin Hart. I had Kevin Hart on this list too, but I didn't even like write out a story. But I'm going to just go off the top of my head about Kevin Hart. Okay, so as you all know, Kevin Hart is from Philly. He's from Philadelphia, and you know, he always talks about, in his comedy, he always brings up Philly. You know, it's well known that Kevin Hart is from Philly. So Philadelphia Eagles was in the Super Bowl, and all throughout the Super Bowl, Kevin Hart was like turned up. He was amped up. He was drinking. He was in the skybox. He was turning up. And when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, Kevin Hart tried to get on stage. He tried to get on stage or whatever, and he just made a spectacle of himself. And then he decided to come on social media to kind of like give his thoughts on it. And then he was just like, in his speech that he gave, did you guys watch his speech? In his speech that he gave on Instagram, he was like, look, I was a little happy. I got drunk. I can't tell you what I was thinking, but I just was trying to get on stage. Like, I feel like he probably thought that him being Kevin Hart, like, I'm Kevin Hart, like, I'm about to get on stage. He thought that, like, it was gonna fly. I don't know. I guess he thought it was gonna fly, but it's definitely, definitely funny. Kevin Hart is a mess. Did you guys see how drunk, like, he was getting turned up throughout the whole entire Super Bowl? Like, he was like, he was going in. He was definitely going in, and he had one of those Little Mama moments. You know how when Little Mama tried to get on stage with Jay-Z and Beyonce? He had a Little Mama moment. He had a Little Mama moment for sure. That is so funny. Like, Kevin Hart is a mess. You know, I mean, and then these celebrities being celebrities, they feel like there are no rules. Like, oh, there's rules, but those don't apply to me. I'm Kevin Hart. Like, you know, I'm sure that's what was going through his mind. And especially him being chocolate wasted, he was like, I'm about to do this. That is so funny. So Katie requested me to talk about Kevin Hart. So that was my little, my little take on Kevin Hart and his foolishness. It's so funny. He is a mess. I'm looking over again. The last note that I had, I was going to talk about Delicious, but I don't even feel like talking about her, really. I don't even really feel like talking about Delicious. I'd rather talk to you guys and get some insight from you guys. Things like that. Let me see. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about Delicious. I was going to talk about, her changing her face and how she's trying to prove that she didn't and all that, but I don't really want to talk about her. I want away. Hold up. Okay, so I have my live. Let me take it off. Technical difficulty. I don't want to give y'all cleavage. Okay. Okay, so anytime I go live, y'all see my little bootleg setup? I got a little glimpse. Okay. After I am done with going live, the comments that you guys leave are gone. So when this is posted, I'm gonna try to screenshot some of the comments because I'm going to repost this and I'm going to repost the video so it doesn't look like I'm being a complete crazy person. Oh wait, dang it. I gotta figure out a way to do this. Okay, maybe I won't because how is y'all day going today though? How's your day going so far? How are y'all doing? Yes, please, Katie, please. That would be such a big help because I want to re-upload this. I was just about to have a hard time trying to screenshot everything, but I'm going live from my phone. So I'm like sitting here trying to figure out a way to do it. But as soon as I end the live, the chat goes away. I feel like that's dumb. Like, you know how like my email is my first name, well, my real first name. Okay, I'm gonna give you my I'm gonna give you my clothing email. It is LACLAIRE. That's my middle name for all of the like LeClaire, that's my middle name. LACLAI. Wait. Don't mind me, y'all. Okay, LeClaire. LACLAIRE, and then Couture. COUTURE @gmail.com. I need to make a Neek at Night email so that you guys could submit me things like if you want me to cover a certain story or things like that. I need to do that. I'm gonna do that when I go off a live. But it's leclaircouture@gmail.com. Katie, if you could make a screenshot, that would be a big help because I want to re-upload these stories. And when you guys, like the time markers, when you guys started suggesting things, I want to insert them in so that I don't look like a total crazy person. So it's leclaircouture@gmail.com. LACLAIRECOUTURE @gmail.com. So, I don't know what else to talk about. If there's any more new viewers, please let me know where you're tuning in from. Thank you, guys. Let me know where everybody's tuning in from. The people who just came onto my live, I want to know where you guys are watching from. I need to start being more engaged on my Neek at Night Instagram. I don't know if you guys are aware, but I also have a Neek at Night Instagram, and I post on it sometimes. But so Douglasville, okay, Douglasville house. Post times, but I'm not as active as I should be. I need to be more active on there. But it's just me, you guys. I report all the things by myself. I research all the things by myself. I also work a part-time job, and I'm also a mom, so I try my best to keep up. Yes, I'm doing my best. So, what can we talk? I don't know. I don't know what else we could talk about. Do you guys have any suggestions before? Shalon, it's hard work, girl. It is hard work. Like, people think like, oh, girl, you just, it's hard work. Like, because you really have to be on top of it. And I haven't been on top of the stories as I should. But I'm over here trying to balance real life. Like, I'm not to a point where, you know how some people, they get to a point where, they could do this full time. And I'm not at that point where I could be doing this full time. Like, I have to make money and provide, so I have to still work. Work and do this. It's hard. I really love it though. Like, I really love reporting stories. I really do love like the support that you guys give me. I really do love like the fact that you guys like just been rocking with me ever since, and I like it. I like it. I love it. I like it a lot. I'm silly, y'all. Y'all know me. But what is something that you guys want to talk about before I end this live? Girl, and then also add in running a blog, being a mom, and then what? It's a lot to keep up with. It's really a lot. Like, I don't know how like them Instagram baddies like who are socially aware in every single platform. Like, you have these YouTubers that manage their Instagram, and like I don't know how they do it, because I be so flustered in social media. Like, I can't do it all. I cannot do it all. It's like I cannot juggle it all. But I don't know. There isn't much to talk about, so I'm just rambling at this point. I really do appreciate you guys for tuning in. That's all for this live. If you guys, Katie, Shalon, if you guys screenshotted the chat, please send it to me so that I could re-upload these stories. I'm going to re-upload each story individually because some people, they're not going to want to watch a live of all these stories. Everybody isn't interested in the same stories. So I'm going to re-upload this, and I'm going to add in, like when I was talking about Kevin Hart, I'm going to add in the video of him talking. I'm going to add in, as much footage as I can from that. And then on the other stories, like the father getting attacked, the father attacking Larry, I'm going to add that into the video. So each individual video, I don't want to re-talk about it again, so I'm going to re-upload each part where I talked about it. But within the video on the re-upload, I'm going to add in the screenshots of when you guys started suggesting things, and then I'm going to add in the footage or in the necessary things that support the stories. So with that being said, thanks for watching, and peace. Before I go, follow me on Facebook. I am on Neek at Night on Facebook. All you got to do is type in Neek at Night, the same as this, and like my page on Facebook. All right, you guys have a good night. I know the Queen's Court is about to come on, so people going to tune into that. So let me peace out. Okay.